Something we're taking in doses is that wind that's coming at us.
Yes, so very windy this morning, damaging winds with downed power lines, tree limbs, and potentially other things as well. Winds sustained around 30 to 40 miles per hour from Las Vegas to places like Mora and Raton and even Red River. You guys had a peak wind gust earlier this morning at 60 miles per hour. These are west-southwesterly winds, gusting more than 50 miles per hour still in places like Las Vegas and Raton. Now, less windy compared to the last hour where we had 60+ mile per hour wind gusts. These are downsloping winds up and over and down from the Sangre de Cristo Mountains and still potentially blowing dust, elevating the fire threat despite some moisture in the atmosphere. And yeah, really causing some mayhem in terms of the high-profile vehicles on the roads. More on that just a bit. From Raton to places like Las Vegas, you're still under that high wind warning, up to 70 mile per hour winds up until 8 a.m. Thankfully, I think the strongest of the winds over with, but moving to the south and east from Bond all the way to Klein's Corners, especially in far to the south near Ruidoso. You guys will be under that wind advisory until 4 p.m. with 55 mile per hour winds. So a very windy go, and here's a live look at some of the road conditions from Raton along I-25 to Las Vegas. We see some passing cars, but generally not too bad in terms of the road conditions, thankfully. But if you guys are traveling with high-profile vehicles, please be careful out there. Maybe a little bit wet near Raton, by the way, and not too bad in Tucumcari on I-40 and on US 64 and 87 Capitoline. We are dealing with, poor visibility because of some maybe of the dust and even some of the stronger winds with the clouds as well out there. Very fast-moving clouds riding along I-40 from Gallup all the way to Tucumcari to West Texas, really coming all the way from the western mountains, even in Arizona as well, and snow as well falling in the San Juan Mountains, now to the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, and rain and wet snow not too far away from some of the northern mountain ski resorts of New Mexico. So certainly good news on that front with the snow, but the wind will still be the big story, blowing some snow as well. Here's a live look at Albuquerque. A tranquil morning, not too windy out there with a south-southwesterly wind at 9 miles per hour, very mild. 53 degrees of 40% relative humidity before two cold fronts come on through. We are going to be experiencing for the next few hours relatively mild morning temperatures. We're sitting at 33 Alamosa, 34 Cortez, 39 Durango, 41 in Farmington. But from Santa Fe to the south, many in the 50s. We're sitting at 50 in Santa Fe, 57 in Santa Rosa, 65 in Carlsbad, 56 at the TRC, 43 right now in Silver City. So way above normal morning temperatures this morning, but again, two cold fronts will be coming off through. Number one, that Pacific front from the north and west will dampen afternoon temperatures even as soon as later this morning. From Durango to Santa Fe, Las Vegas, look at that sharp contrast between the blues and yellows. Santa Rosa to the south, warming up throughout the afternoon in the upper 60s, 70s, and even near the 80s in Roswell, Carlsbad, and Hobbs. But Albuquerque, our high temperature will be late this morning and afternoon near 60. Cooling off in the low to mid 50s by the afternoon commute. So a telltale of two air masses. So yeah, certainly we're going to be seeing that Pacific front moving on throughout the afternoon, and then that backdoor front moving on through later today. And the stronger winds will move southward along the south central mountain chain. So that again, that Pacific front moving on through, producing the rain and snow moving south and eastward from the Four Corners all the way into the Rio Grande Valley, the eastern mountains, the western mountains. Rain will not amount to too much in Albuquerque, but then with the backdoor front, a reinforcing shot of cooler air with some precipitation will move south and westward, even as far south and west eventually as near Silver City. Even a few inches of snow possible in places like the southern, western, southern, and eastern mountains, but still more heavy snow in the San Juan Mountains up until Turkey Day tomorrow morning. 1 to 2 additional feet of snow in a winter weather advisory up until 5 p.m. today for the San Juan Mountains near Chama of New Mexico. Again, that winter storm warning in Colorado expiring 5 a.m. tomorrow. Here in Albuquerque, 60, but cooling off throughout the afternoon with maybe some sprinkles, not amounted to too much. The rain and snow moving south and eastward, and then some showers moving south and westward from Tucumcari all the way into the south central mountain chain with rain and snow, even still possible near Ruidoso come tomorrow morning, Turkey Day, as afternoon temperatures much lower, some clouds mostly to the south. 30s, 40s, and 50s for high temperatures in northern areas, upper 20s in the high peaks, 50s and 60s far to the south, and in places like Ruidoso, you may not get out of the 40s. Drying out in the Four Corners in Durango, cooler and dry on Thanksgiving and on Friday. Goshen Springs, Alamosa, leftover valley rain showers and still some heavy snow. From Chinle all the way to Grants, high temperatures generally in the 40s and 50s. Rain and snow starting to wrap up, mostly light in the valley. Locations from Camano to Las Cruces, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Breezy weather, Cloudcroft, Ruidoso, and Clovis. Stronger winds later today, ranging from the high 40s to near 80, especially from the higher elevations, of course, down to the valley floors. And temperatures dropping even really significantly for Thanksgiving from Capilene, Raton, and Morav. Windy, but becoming less windy throughout the day today. In the northern mountains, good news with the ski resorts with snow, but a lot of that will move away from us later today. And Santa Fe, you guys will have a chilly rain, wet snow mixing in. Moriarty, Tejeda, Sandia Park, mostly in the 50s today. From the north to south valley of Albuquerque, highs in the high 50s, low 60s late this morning, early this afternoon. Cooling off on Thanksgiving, then warming up a little bit this weekend. So, yeah, Mother Nature providing us with a whirlwind of things to look forward to or to not look forward to.
She always does.
Right?
She always keeps it fresh and
Interesting.
over here.
Yeah. As long as we got our gear to throw on, I think we're okay.
As long as you're prepared, you should be A-okay.
There you go. All right, thanks a lot, Ryan.